do another episode. Today we're doing another one of my rewind videos where I look back at a record store visit I did in the past. Certainly not the future, because how could I do a video about a store I visited in the future? That would make no sense. And I'd be a millionaire or a billionaire if I could pull that off. And I'm not, so don't ask me to borrow money. Anyway, so today we're talking about Schoolkids Records down in North Carolina. There are two locations, one in Raleigh and one in Chapel Hill. On this visit, I hit both of them up. I was in Chapel Hill to go see a show at the local 506 club there. I was going to see the Dwarves and Richie Ramone. It was a great show. I'd seen the Dwarves before. Just an awesome punk band, put on an amazing show. And Richie Ramone opened for them and really surprised me. Like, I didn't really know what to expect. And he really did a great show. And I think he played a couple of solo tunes as well as a bunch of Ramone stuff, obviously. And his solo stuff, I remember being really good. And then I went home and thought about maybe picking up his CD or whatever. And I listened to the studio versions of some of the songs that I remembered him playing. And they were okay, but the live versions definitely sounded a lot better. So I think I kind of just passed on picking up the CD. Maybe I should go back and check that out again and see. But so Schoolkids Records, the two locations, both of them really good, stocked really well, prices really good. The one in Chapel Hill seems like it's probably been there longer. Lots of stuff everywhere, like even under the bins, beneath there were all these boxes full of more used CDs and probably vinyl as well. And the store in Raleigh, I believe there used to be another record store there and they took it over. So it was a little bit more like modern and like kind of a strip mall area and stuff, a little like nicer. And when I was there was a band playing. So they have like in-store appearances, or used to. I don't know if they do anymore, but it was a really cool shop. Found stuff in both of them, and also got some really good barbecue down there. But I got my receipts here. The prices were really good. A lot of these were, I think the most I paid for one of the vinyls was like $8. The used CDs were, $4 or $5. So pretty good prices too, and let's take a look at what I got. 2014, we have EMA and her album The Future's Void. I had her debut, I think it was her debut, I think it was called Past Modern Saints or something like that. And I really like that. She's kind of like, I think you would categorize her as sort of like electronica, alternative electronica. Really good stuff. And when this record came out in 2014, I actually had tickets to see her live in New York, I think at Mercury Lounge. And I was working on a show and I thought I'd be able to make it. And we finished shooting, we wrapped, I did whatever I had to do and raced up to New York. And it was raining, of course, trying to make it to the show. And at some point, like around Newark Airport, I just decided I'm not gonna make it in time. So I just turned around and came home. So didn't get to go to the show. Didn't get to see her that time. Cool kind of poster here. With some lyrics on the back. This is a promotional copy. I don't know if you caught that. The big sticker slapped on the back with the track listing there. But really good record. I like this one a lot. Some of the tracks on here that I like are Satellites, So Blonde, Dead Celebrity, and When She Comes, which that's my favorite track on this album by far, and definitely one of my favorite tracks by her in general. But you should check her out if you're not familiar with her, you like that kind of music, check out EMA. 2007, we have Justice and their album, just that symbol, that cross symbol. I don't know if they refer to it as like the Cross album or anything like that, but that's the name of the album, that symbol. Saw these guys for the first time, their video for DVNO on New York Noise. I mention it all the time. Really cool video. It's almost like the little openings or promos to like different TV shows or like HBO logo and stuff that they used to have before movies. it's really cool. I'll maybe put a link below to the video for you to check it out. But I really like that video, and the song's really good as well. It's like electronica music, that kind of stuff. There's only maybe 3 or 4 songs on here that actually have vocals. I think I have one other record by them that it is okay. It might be the follow-up to this, I'm not sure. But this is by far the best one I've heard from them. And here's that symbol again. I think even the other album I have has a symbol on it. It must be like their kind of logo or whatever. But, you know, some pretty good stuff on here. Tracks that I like on here are Dance, or as they listed here, D-A-N-C-E. Stress, like I mentioned, DVNO. And the song 1 Minute to Midnight. That one's really good too. It almost reminds me a lot of like, it sounds like it could be like a theme to like a movie or something like that. It really kind of like has that kind of vibe to it. But good record. Check it out, Justice. 2014, we get Chapo and their album Future Former Self. I had Chapo's previous record. I think it's their debut. Got a gatefold here with all the lyrics and stuff. I know I have this on CD, but I can't remember if I picked up this first or the CD. I'm not sure. But I got this really cheap down there. Like I said, I think it was $6 or $7. And it's a really good record. I think it's kind of got this like future sort of story going on. It's kind of a concept record. Really like it. And I think they kind of, after this record, they kind of took a break. There's some sort of like tragedies surrounding the band or members of the families of the band and stuff. And they kind of took a bit of a break and then came back with a newer record a few years later. But one of the tracks on here that I like are I Don't Need the Sun, Run Me Into the Ground, Mad Magic, Hey-O, Orange Afternoon, and Ghetto Weekend is another one that I really like. Like I said, really cool record. You know, I really need to go back and listen to this one and listen to, like, you know, just the storyline going on. Also, here we got the inside, has all this information. I think this is like kind of read along with the storyline, you know, about this future story going on. This is all these kind of like liner notes to kind of almost follow along with the songs as you're listening. Came with a download card, which is always good. And there's your record, just on the black vinyl. But check it out, Chapo, Future Former Self. 1981, we get the Blasters and their self-titled album. This is their second album. When I did my vinyl episode on the B artists and talked about this record, I mentioned how like it always bugs me when bands put out like a self-titled album that's not their debut. I don't know, just always kind of find that weird. The Alvin brothers started the Blasters as Phil and Dave Alvin. I think Dave left in 85 or 86, and he ended up joining X for a little while and then started a solo career. You know, they're kind of lumped in with the new wave scene in the 80s, and they've got kind of that rockabilly sound to them. Sleeve and sides, same as the album cover. We got some lyrics there. And the cool thing here was inside the record, usually these things are long gone, but this is a order form from Slash Records, their record label, to buy t-shirts. And they have the Decline of Western Civilization here, the Blasters, the Gun Club, the Germs, and then Slash Records. Pretty cool seeing this in there, you know. Like I said, you think that would be long gone from inside the record. And here we go on the Slash label, just the black vinyl there. But fun record, good band. Tracks on here that I like are Marie Marie, Border Radio, and my favorite tune on here, the reason why I bought this record, was So Long Baby Goodbye. I love that song, and I always thought that that was on a soundtrack from some movie in the 80s. It sounds like it should be on like the soundtrack to like a John Hughes movie or Valley Girl or Fast Times or something, but I don't think it ever was. But it sounds like it's right out of something like that, but really like that. Cool record. Got it really cheap, I think $3, and it's in awesome condition. 2017 and Wavves album You're Welcome on CD, and this one was like $8. But I think I bought this brand. I think that was brand new. It was $8. It wasn't used. Like these guys a lot. Kind of alternative. It's really just like one dude, and it's basically just a piece of paper for the no booklet or whatever, which is kind of lame. I have a few albums by them. There's the CD, and hey, no booklet, but they put a little smiley face under the CD. I think he's still around doing stuff. I've got, like I said, a few records by them. Tunes I like on this are Daisy and Come to the Valley is the other one that I really like. But some good stuff on here. And that's it for School Kids. Like I mentioned, if you're down there in that area, you got 2 locations to choose from. They're not that far away from each other either. I mean, when I left Chapel Hill to go to the Raleigh one, because I had some time to kill before the show, I mean, I don't think it was that far of a drive. Go out there, support those local shops, and let me know what you think of these records. Give me some feedback. Let me know some tracks that you like on these albums, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.